Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia, that's me. And whatever has brought you to your yoga practice today, you are very welcome here. Today's practice is a morning flow for focus. So when you're ready, let's get on the mat. Let's get started meeting together in a seated position. So as you make your way to a comfortable seat, take a moment to get yourself settled. Legs might be crossed, maybe you'd like to stretch them out long today. Perhaps even sitting up onto a bolster or with your back against a wall. And as you feel ready to do so, you may close your eyes. Or perhaps for today, keeping your eyes open with a nice soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. Allow your arms to hang heavy, shoulders dropping down. And investigate how it feels today to really root down into the ground through your hips and get light up through your rib cage, up through the crown of your head. Let's stay and breathe together for about 10 more rounds of breath here as we begin our practice. Perhaps exploring samavriti or equal parts breath. So really all that means is that your inhale and your exhale are equal in length. So without any force or strong effort, allowing your inhale and exhale to naturally fall into this equal rhythm. Breathing in and breathing out. Bringing yourself into this place of equilibrium. Can you let your focus rest on your breath? Right here, right now, how does it feel to breathe in and breathe out? Really give yourself that permission to be present with your breath, to let go of any other distractions that may be trying to pull you away. And as best you can, continuing with that equal parts breath, inhale and exhale. As we all take one more big breath in here. This time maybe let it out through your mouth. If you have your eyes closed, feel free to flutter them open. When you're ready, let's all meet in tabletop position, coming onto hands and knees. So as you find all fours, take a moment to spread your fingers wide and really bring your attention down into your fingertips, clawing down into the earth as you lift your palms away. So really actively pushing up all the way up through your shoulders. Then lengthening through your spine, take an inhale here. With your natural exhale, start to round your spine, lifting your belly button, tucking your chin. Inhale, arching through your back, lifting your chin, lifting your tail. And exhaling to round through your spine, finding this flow of your cat-cow. Keep this going, please, at your own pace, breathing in and breathing out to round. Now maybe you choose to continue with that equal parts breath, just like we were doing. Or if you'd like, take that into your ujjayi breath. So on the exhale, adding just this little constriction at the back of the palate of your mouth, so that it sounds like a wave coming up onto the shore, or like Darth Vader. So again, there's no force or effort there behind the breath. Just that natural inhale and that equal length exhale, perhaps adding that ujjayi sound. Let's take one more round of our cat-cow here all together. Now this time at the bottom of your exhale, please start to sink your hips back towards your heels. Maybe your big toes come together to kiss as you sit back as far as your body wants to go today. Reaching your fingertips forward, melting your forehead towards the mat, child's pose. Maybe continuing that Ujjayi breath here today, nice natural inhale, that gentle constriction with your exhale, just adding a little bit more power, a little bit more intention to your breath. Keeping your attention, your focus as best you can on this rhythm of your breathing in and out. And when you're ready with your next inhale, rise back up through hands and knees. Tuck your toes behind you now and exhale, press your hips up and back. Come into your downward facing dog. Pedal it out if that feels good, dropping one heel then the other, maybe even wiggling your booty a little bit in the air. Feeling that same pressing down through your fingertips, pushing away from the earth, getting strong all the way up through the shoulders, through the armpits. Let's find another breath in here. And let it out. Inhaling to bend your knees deeply, maybe look forward. As you exhale, start to walk your hands back, letting your gaze follow your thumbs. Bringing it all the way back until the heels drop down. Upper body folds forward over your legs. Resting here at the back of your mat, maybe grabbing opposite elbows if that feels good as you take a gentle sway side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. You got this. Feel your feet planted onto the earth. Stay soft in your knees as you let your booty drop down. Take an inhale to slowly rise up to stand. Bring your arms with you, reaching towards the sky as you take a big breath in. Exhale, sweep your arms out and down, maybe some spirit fingers along the way. Beautiful. Standing tall at the back of your mat, feet rooting to the earth, spine lifting up tall. Let's take a big breath in. Slow, smooth breath out. Mindfully here, keeping your awareness down into the soles of your feet. Let's step that right foot forward, making your way towards the top of your mat. Left foot follows the right, taking it slow, staying tall as you really intentionally make your way to that top edge of your yoga mat. Notice how it feels as your feet touch the ground. Maybe you feel the heel first, and then the ball of the foot, then the toes. Eventually you'll come to stand strong and tall in your Tadasana at the top of your mat. Beautiful. Please shift your weight over into your right leg, and let's take a little pop of that left heel. So notice how that feels, just starting to shift some weight. Notice if your hips want to kind of press out to the side. See if you can bring everything back through center. Staying tall as you take an inhale here. And then exhale, we're going to roll our weight over onto that left leg. So dropping the left heel, lifting the right heel. And once again, notice that shift of weight. So starting with these more kind of small, subtle sensations, really letting yourself tune in, get focused, get present with your body. So once again, let's inhale here and then use the exhale to roll over towards that right leg. Inhale to pause, to feel, to breathe, and then exhale, roll over to that left leg. One more time each side, inhale, and then exhale to switch. Staying tall, inhale here, and exhale, switch. Beautiful, ground that right heel now, both feet planted as you take an inhale to sweep your arms up. With your exhale, begin to fold forward over your legs, take it slow. Inhale, find a halfway lift position, hands sliding up to your thighs or your shins. As you exhale, bend your knees deeply and pop that left heel once again. So weight comes into that right leg as you step your left foot back. Gently lower your left knee down onto the mat, coming into your low lunge. Maybe wiggle your hips if that feels good as you anchor down through your feet. Then feel your outer hips hugging towards center as you inhale and rise, hands to your thigh or arms to the sky. Big breath in all together. As you breathe out, let your hands float down, and let's step it back into downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, push through your hands, lift your hips. Beautiful. Inhale, bring your weight all the way forward to a plank. With your exhale, let's gently lower the knees, so hands stay rooted, that same pressing up sensation as before. Send your heart forward, take an inhale, and with your exhale, bend your elbows back, slowly lower to your belly. Tops of your feet anchor down as you inhale and lift your heart up. With your exhale, melt your forehead to the mat. Find your breath, maybe that ujjayi as you inhale and rise your heart any amount. Exhale to lower. One more, inhale. Exhale. With your next inhale, slowly press up through your plank, kneeling or knees up, tucking your toes, send the hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, sweeps your left leg back to three-legged dog. And then exhale, step your left foot up in between your hands. However you need to move to get here, let's find left foot forward, right knee down to the mat. Wiggling if that feels good as you settle into your low lunge. Pushing down through your feet, hugging in through your hips. With your inhale, let the breath guide you as you rise up. Hands to thigh or arms to the sky. Big breath in. Letting that breath out as you float your hands down, and this time step forward, top of your mat, finding that fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Anchor down as you rise up with an inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, arms release, spirit fingers on the way down. Beautiful, let's keep flowing. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale to fold forward. Find that hinging action from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ujjayi on the way down. Pop your right heel, shifting weight to that left leg. Let's step it back. This time, keeping that right knee lifted as you set up into your lunge. Same actions of feet rooting down, hips hugging in, as this time you take an inhale to rise up towards your crescent lunge. Again, hands to thigh or arms to the sky. Back knee can bend a little or a lot as you take an inhale here. Exhale, hands float down. Let's find downward facing dog, shall we? Breath in here. And let it out. With your next inhale, sweeping your right leg to the sky. With your next inhale, shifting forward to your plank. This time, knees can drop down, or maybe you want to keep them lifted for this one. Take another breath in to bring your heart forward. And as you breathe out, bend your elbows, lower down, bring it to your belly. Tops of feet anchor as you inhale, lift your heart, cobra, or maybe this time coming towards upward facing dog, pressing up, knees hover. Just one more breath here, pulling the shoulders back, heart forward. And exhale, make your way back to downward facing dog, however you want to move to get there. Big breath in as you sweep that right leg to the sky. Exhale, step that right foot forward, back knee stays lifted as we set up for that crescent lunge. Feel your foundations as you inhale and rise. Take your time with intention, with attention. We build that focus, that presence that we're looking for this morning. So as you find your crescent, anchor through the hips, lift through the heart, take an inhale. Exhale, hands float down. Stepping up this time, left foot meets your right towards your forward fold. Your inhale takes you into your halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, rise when you're ready. Arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Pause here for a moment. So hands at your heart, thumbs gently pressing against your sternum so we can really feel the breath. Taking an inhale, feel that lift of the chest. As you exhale, feel your belly button gently draw back towards your spine. Inhale, breathing into the heart, the upper back, the sides of the ribs find expansion. And exhale, settle into that release. Again, maybe keeping that ujjayi breath, natural inhale, soft constriction with that exhale so it sounds like waves on the ocean. And all together, let's take another breath in here. And breath out. Beautiful. From your mountain pose at the top of your mat, please shift weight to your right leg. Pop that left heel in, and with an inhale, lift that left knee all the way up towards your chest. Arms reach towards the sky. Now, option, of course, to bring hands to hips, maybe even find a wall, find some support as you find your balance today. But let's take another inhale here, pushing up out of that right foot. As you exhale, start to hinge forward as you send that left leg back. Arms sweep back with you as you land the ball of the left foot. So coming towards that crescent lunge, but reaching the arms back, heart is leaning forward over that front knee. Inhaling as you feel that expansion across the chest through the ribs. And as you exhale, draw navel to spine, find that core support. Next breath in, sweeps your arms out and forward by the ears. As you exhale, turn open all the way up into your warrior two. Front knee stays bent as you open the hips, open the heart, take an inhale here. With your exhale, start to tip backwards, dropping the left hand, reaching the right arm up. Inhale into this side bend. And exhale, hands come all the way down to your mat. Step it back into three-legged dog, sweeping the right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, please bend your knees, start to open your hip. Stay anchored through your hands as you take another inhale here. With your exhale, hug your belly in as you shift forward, stepping that right foot wide all the way to the outer edge of your mat. Back knee will stay lifted for today, really active here as we kick that left heel back, hug your hips together. Maybe even think about a little bit of a cobra shape through the upper body, sending your heart forward really bright. Let's take an inhale. As you exhale, begin to push your hips back, lengthening through that right leg, and then drop your forehead down. Coming into this really nice long extended pyramid pose. Right knee can stay bent a little or a lot as you feel that stretch through the back of the right leg. Beautiful. Stay with your breath here as you take another inhale. And exhale to re-bend your right knee. Now bring both hands, please, to the inside of that right foot. We're gonna bend that back knee, kind of get ready to step forward here, loading up. And then when you're ready, boop, step that left foot up to the top of your mat. Let your hips drop down into a squat. Squatting as low as you wanna go here today. Maybe dropping down towards malasana, maybe keeping it more in like a fitnessy squat here today. Wherever you choose to be, push down through your feet, lift up through your chest. Now with your inhale, we're gonna power up, rise all the way to stand. So inhale springs you up, reaching towards the sky. Exhale, relax your arms down, spirit fingers as you go. Nicely done. Let's bring it back to our mountain pose, feet underneath the hips, and try that on the other side. So this time weight shifts to that left leg, popping your right heel. Hugging hips in, navel to spine. As you take an inhale and lift your right knee, sweep your arms up. Remember, the arms are optional here today if it feels good for you. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, start to step it back towards your lunge, sweeping your arms back with you, lightly landing on the ball of that back foot. Flying the heart forward as the arms reach back, take an inhale. Exhale, hug your hips in, feel those strong foundations. Now inhale, brings your arms forward by your ears. Exhale, opens you up into your warrior two, turning those right toes out to the side. You got it. Settle in for a moment as you take a breath in. With your breath out, start to tip it back. Right hand dropping down, left arm reaching overhead. Front knee stays bent as you inhale here. Exhale, hands pinwheel all the way down to the mat. When you're ready, anchor through your palms, sweep it back, three-legged dog. And exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Nice, feel that space through the left side body as you inhale. Exhale, bring it all the way forward, left foot to the outer edge of your left hand, back knee staying lifted in that lizard lunge. Staying pretty active for today, so anchoring down through the feet as we've been doing all practice, and feeling that energy back through the back line of your right leg. You got this. Beautiful breath in here. With your breath out, begin to lift your hips, shift your weight back, lengthening any amount through that left leg. So it does not have to be a big stretch here to feel that sensation all the way through that kind of left hamstring up into the left glute. So find that spot that works for you. Breathe into the sensation without any pain. So good. Let's take another inhale here. With your exhale, rebending that left knee. Getting ready to spring forward here, bending into that back knee, maybe rocking back and forth a couple times. And then as you're ready, stepping that right foot up, dropping your hips down any amount, coming towards your squats. So maybe the toes want to turn out, heels turn in, giving you a little bit more space to kind of wiggle your arms to the insides of your legs. Keeping that same sensation of hugging your hips towards one another. So we're not kind of dumping down into this, but we're keeping some integrity. So as we bring our awareness to all these little points within the pose, how our breath is moving in each posture, that really helps us to keep this focus, to stay present. And that's really going to serve you not just on your mat, but off of your mat as well. So here together in our malasana, let's take another full breath in and let it out. Beautiful. Hands can help you as you gently descend, booty coming to the mat, legs coming out in front of you. Feet a little wider than your hips. Let's start to windshield wipers side to side. So dropping your knees to one side of the mat and then the other. Take your time. Noticing that sensation through your hips. Maybe something feels a little bit different than it did the moment you stepped onto your mat today. Now the next time that your knees fall over towards the right side of your mat, please pause there. Let your upper body turn so you're facing that side of your mat with the right leg forward. Imagine your hips rooting straight down into the earth, even though one hip might be a little bit lifted. That's totally fine, just feeling that sensation of grounding. Now reaching out through your left fingertips. Take an inhale, reach your right arm to the sky. Exhale, reach up and over, creating a side stretch through that right side waist. Like we were just practicing, staying anchored down through the hips so that you can really find some lightness, some lift, and breathe into that space of the right side waist. You got this. Take another inhale here. And stay for your exhale. Inhale gently lifts you back up through center, this time sweeping that right hand back behind you. Press down through your shins as you inhale, rise your hips up, sweep that left arm open. A little back bend here, heart lifts to the sky as you breathe in. With your breath out, slowly, gently drop the booty down. Now that left arm that's already lifted, we're gonna sweep it over towards the right knee. So turning your torso, keeping that right hand behind you for a little extra support as you find just a gentle twist. And we'll stay for one more breath in. With your breath out, gently unwind, coming back through center. Take your time with it. And then let's bring the legs back through center as well, passing through as we drop the knees up and over to the left. Same thing here, turning to face that front shin, staying anchored down through your hips. Now let's start with that side bend. So reaching your right fingertips out, inhale to reach your left arm up. And then exhale up and over, creating this kind of crescent shape through the left side waist. Beautiful. Let's take another inhale here. Slow, smooth exhale. Once more, really concentrating your breath into that left side rib cage as you inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale lifts you back up nice and tall through center. As you exhale, sweep that left hand back and down, planting behind your hips. Anchor through your shins as you inhale, rise your hips, reaching up and back through that right arm. Shoulder blades hugging together on your back as you take another full breath in. And breathe out to gently drop your booty back down. That right arm's already lifted. We're gonna sweep it over towards the left knee, turning through the chest as you look back over that left shoulder for a twist. Keeping your hips centered, rooting down. Little hug at the navel to give you that core support. And we'll stay for just one more breath in. With your breath out, slowly unwind back through center. As you feel ready, legs come back through center as well. Maybe a few more windshield wiper movements if that feels good. And then we're all gonna meet back in a comfortable seated position. Just as before, finding that place that feels comfy for you, whether legs are crossed, outstretched, whatever feels nice. Feel once again that same rooting down through the hips and investigate how it feels to lift through the crown of your head. So creating this really long line of energy all the way from top to bottom of the spine. And see if that feels any different than when we found that action at the start of our practice. Beautiful. Eyes can close once again if that feels safe and comfortable to you, otherwise soft gaze. And I invite you into just a few moments to really sit and breathe and feel. Letting go of that ujjayi breath if you had it throughout this practice, and coming back to a nice, gentle, natural rhythm of breathing. Maybe you can feel that your breath moves a little bit more freely now that we've done some of these postures to open up space. Maybe you have a bit more clarity as to how you're feeling, as to where you can feel your body in this space, your connection to the earth, to the air moving around you. And maybe you even just feel a little bit more awake this morning than you did just a few minutes ago. Whatever that shift may be for you today, you are very welcome here to acknowledge and experience whatever it is that has come up for you. And I invite you to seal your practice with me today with 3 rounds of breath all together, sweeping the arms as we breathe. So with your next inhale, arms reaching out and up, lifting all the way to the sky. As you exhale, circling your arms out and down. Again, inhale, reaching out as far as you can as you lift your arms up. Exhaling to release down. Once more, this time inhaling to reach your arms out and up. And as you exhale, hands come down through heart center with a nice sigh. I thank you so much for meeting me on the mat today. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Be well.